What's up, everyone, and welcome back to FameCast Daily. We've got absolutely wild story breaking right now that involves Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, a midnight arrest, and one of the most dramatic attempts to serve legal papers you'll ever hear about. A former police officer just got busted trying to deliver deposition papers to Taylor Swift at Travis Kelce's mansion, and the whole situation is more intense than anything you'd see in a legal thriller movie. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we're about to break down this insane story that has everyone talking about celebrity privacy, legal boundaries, and just how far people will go in high-profile lawsuits. So here's what went down at Travis Kelce's gated estate in Leawood, Kansas that has the internet absolutely losing its mind. On September 15th at 2 a.m., a man named Justin Lee Fisher, who's a former cop turned private investigator, was arrested at Kelce's property while trying to serve Taylor Swift with deposition papers. But here's where it gets even crazier. This happened just 2 days after a federal judge overseeing the defamation and sexual harassment lawsuits between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively had already denied a request to depose Swift. The fact that this guy showed up in the middle of the night, 2 days after a judge already said no to deposing Taylor Swift, shows just how desperate and chaotic this whole legal situation has become. We're talking about someone jumping fences at a celebrity's home at 2 a.m. This is not normal legal procedure. Let's talk about who Justin Lee Fisher is and why this makes the story even more unbelievable. Fisher is a 48-year-old former police officer who transitioned into working as a private investigator. So this isn't just some random person. This is someone who should absolutely know better about legal boundaries, proper procedures, and respecting private property. According to court documents, Fisher was charged with jumping the fence onto a private residence in a private neighborhood. Think about this: a former cop, who should understand the law better than anyone, decided that hopping a fence at a celebrity's gated mansion at 2 a.m. was somehow a reasonable way to serve legal papers. The timing of this whole incident makes it even more suspicious and dramatic. We're talking about 2 a.m. on a Sunday night or technically Monday morning. Who serves legal papers at 2 a.m.? That's not when normal legal business happens. That's when people are trying to avoid detection or when they're hoping to catch someone off guard. The fact that this happened at Travis Kelce's home specifically shows that whoever hired Fisher was tracking Taylor Swift's movements and knew where she might be staying. This crosses so many lines from professional legal work into what feels like stalking territory. Now let's talk about the bigger legal drama this connects to, because this isn't happening in isolation. This is all tied to the massive lawsuit between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively that's been dominating headlines. The legal teams have been fighting over whether Taylor Swift can be deposed in this case, and clearly Baldoni's side was so desperate to get to her that they resorted to midnight fence jumping. The fact that a judge had already denied the request to depose Swift just 2 days before this incident makes this attempted service seem like a direct defiance of the court's decision. It's like they thought if they could just physically get the papers to her, they could somehow override the judge's ruling. From Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's perspective, this has to be absolutely terrifying. Imagine waking up to find out that someone jumped your fence at 2 a.m. trying to serve legal papers. This isn't just an invasion of privacy, this is a serious security breach that could have gone much worse. Celebrity stalking is already a huge problem, and now we have people using legal proceedings as an excuse to show up at celebrities' homes in the middle of the night. The fact that this person was a former police officer probably makes it even more unsettling, because he should know exactly how wrong this behavior is. The security implications of this incident are massive. If a former cop can jump the fence at Travis Kelce's gated community at 2 a.m., what does that say about celebrity security in general? These are supposed to be secure, private residences, and someone just walked right in because they had legal papers to deliver. This incident is going to change how celebrities think about their home security, and probably influence how process servers are allowed to operate. There have to be better boundaries between legitimate legal procedures and what essentially amounts to breaking and entering. Let's talk about how this reflects on the Justin Baldoni legal team's strategy and decision-making. Having your process server arrested for jumping a celebrity's fence at 2 a.m. is not the kind of publicity you want when you're already involved in a high-profile lawsuit. This makes them look desperate, unprofessional, and willing to cross ethical lines. The optics of this are terrible. It makes it look like they're harassing Taylor Swift and using intimidation tactics rather than following proper legal procedures. No judge is going to be impressed by this kind of behavior from a legal team. The social media reaction to this story has been absolutely wild. Swifties are furious about what they see as harassment of their favorite artist, while legal experts are pointing out all the ways this violates normal procedures and professional standards. The fact that this happened at Travis Kelce's home also brings NFL fans into the conversation. People are also questioning why Taylor Swift would even be relevant to the Baldoni-Lively lawsuit in the first place. What could she possibly know about their dispute that would require her testimony? The desperation to get to her suggests there might be more to this legal drama than we know. From a legal standpoint, this arrest probably just made things much worse for Baldoni's case. You can't harass witnesses and expect judges to be sympathetic to your position. The fact that they were willing to have someone jump a fence at 2 a.m. suggests they knew they weren't going to get access to Taylor Swift through normal legal channels. This could also potentially give Taylor Swift grounds for her own legal action against the people who sent Fisher to her boyfriend's home. Harassment, trespassing, and invasion of privacy are all serious legal issues that could result in their own lawsuits. The broader implications for celebrity privacy are huge here. If legal teams think they can use process servers to justify showing up at celebrities' homes at all hours, then we're going to see a lot more incidents like this. There need to be clearer boundaries about how and when legal papers can be served to high-profile individuals. Celebrities already deal with stalkers, paparazzi, and fans showing up at their homes. Now they have to worry about people using legal procedures as an excuse to breach their security and invade their privacy. This sets a really dangerous precedent. What's really shocking is that this guy was a former police officer who should absolutely know better. Police officers are trained to understand property rights, legal boundaries, and appropriate procedures. The fact that someone with that background thought this was acceptable shows just how out of control this situation has become. This also raises questions about the private investigation industry and what kind of oversight exists for former cops who transition into private security work. If they're willing to jump fences and potentially put people in danger, maybe there need to be better regulations. The timing with Travis Kelce's NFL season adds another layer to this story. Football players already have enough to worry about with their performance and public attention. Now Travis has to deal with people literally jumping his fence in the middle of the night because of his relationship with Taylor Swift. This could affect how NFL players think about dating high-profile celebrities. The level of legal drama and security issues that comes with being connected to someone like Taylor Swift is probably more than most people bargain for. Looking at the investigation and charges, Fisher is facing serious legal consequences for this stunt. Trespassing on private property, especially in a gated community, is not taken lightly by law enforcement. The fact that he was arrested at 2 a.m. suggests the police took this very seriously as a security threat. The court documents and police reports from this incident are going to become part of the public record, which means we'll probably learn more details about exactly what happened and what Fisher thought he was accomplishing. The fact that this story is breaking right now, weeks after the actual incident, suggests that either the legal teams or the celebrities involved were trying to keep this quiet initially. But in today's media environment, stories like this always eventually come out, especially when they involve Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. The timing of the story breaking could also be strategic. Maybe it's meant to show how far the other side is willing to go in this legal dispute. Or maybe it's meant to generate sympathy for Taylor Swift as someone who's being harassed through the legal system. For fans of both Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, this incident probably confirms their worst fears about celebrity privacy and safety. These are two people who are constantly in the public eye, and now they can't even feel safe in their own homes because of legal drama that Taylor Swift isn't even officially part of. The fact that someone was willing to jump a fence at 2 a.m. to serve papers shows just how intense the pressure and attention around these celebrities has become. It's not healthy for anyone involved. So that's the absolutely wild story of how a former police officer got arrested trying to serve Taylor Swift legal papers at Travis Kelce's home at 2 a.m. This incident raises serious questions about celebrity privacy, legal boundaries, and just how far people are willing to go in high-profile lawsuits. It's a story that combines legal drama, celebrity culture, and security concerns in a way that nobody could have predicted, and it shows how the intersection of fame and legal proceedings can create dangerous situations for everyone involved. What do you think about this midnight arrest at Travis Kelce's home? Do you think legal teams should have limits on how they can try to reach celebrities, or is this just part of being famous? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure you're subscribed to FameCast Daily for more breaking celebrity legal drama. Hit that like button if this story shocked you as much as it shocked us, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to FameCast Daily, and check out our other videos covering the latest in celebrity legal battles and entertainment news. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow with more wild stories from Hollywood.